Hello YouTube Nation. I've been working on this amp here. I put some cooling fans in it because I had some trouble with it overheating, and I want to give you all a look inside so I can show you how I done it. Let's take a look. I got the Lanzar Heritage HTG 157 3000 watt model. It's a 1500 watt RMS. What I done was I put right here, I got the wires coming out. I had to drill a hole, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the ground and I'm just going to splice it in with my ground wire, and then my power wire for my fans, I'm going to put them on the remote, because if I put them on the power, then they'll be running all the time and of course leave you with a dead battery. But let's take a look here. Okay, as you can see, what I've done is I've got two bigger ones and then I got two smaller ones. The two smaller ones I'm going to have blowing air in, and then the two bigger ones, they're going to be pulling the air out. And as y'all may know, fans are way more efficient when they pull rather than push. So that's why I've got the two bigger ones going to be pulling. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to block these vents off here so we can get a nice steady airflow all the way through, so we can cool those transistors and everything down. Let's see, I'll take this back cover off for you and I'll show you how I done it. I spent a lot more time on this than I probably should have, but it started overheating on me and going into protect mode. It was the thermal sensor causing it to go over into protect. So I just installed some computer fans in here. And I think it does better too if you have them blowing directly in and blowing out, going straight into the amp, rather than, I've seen a lot of people on here, they'll just put a fan on top, blowing right on top of it, actually not blowing into the amp. They just have it blowing on the outside of the heatsink, and I just don't see how that could be very effective. So I took my Dremel tool and I cut some holes out here, 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 and here, and got the measurements right and everything, and put my fans blowing right onto the circuit board. So let me get this off for you. Okay, now as you can see, yeah, I know it kind of looks like a rat's nest, but it's effective and it works. Now, as you can see, these two littler fans, they're going to be blowing, they're going to be pushing air right in on this side. They're going to be pushing it in. And like I said, I'm in the process of blocking these two middle vents off, so air's not going to bleed by them. So it'll have a nice steady airflow all the way through. It'll be, you know, like a continuous. But what I done was I took these two smaller ones. I'm not really sure what size they are. I don't know if you can see that. My camera won't focus. No, you can't see that. But anyways, what it says is it's a brushless DC fan, 12 volt of course, and these little ones only pull 0.1 amp. And these bigger ones, they're 12 volt DC as well, and they pull 0.14 amps. So altogether, with them all spliced in together, running in sync with one another, all in all, it'll be pulling 0.48 amps. Okay, and as you can see, what I done was, I just cut the holes out with my Dremel tool, mounted them right there, and, same thing with the bigger ones. And down here, I took this front plate off here, right here, and my original plan was, as you can see, I widened these gaps out here. They originally looked like these over here, but I widened these out because what I was originally going to do was I was going to run my wire out through this hole right here beside the fuse, run it out, and I was going to run it into here and actually solder it right to the connections. But as I start getting into doing that, I noticed I was going to have a lot of wire in the way, and it was just going to be more hassle than it was worth. So what I ended up doing was, it actually saved me wire and kept it out of the way a lot better to just run it out this hole here and then just have it going right into the prongs for the for my actual amp wire. So I'm going to be having the ground wire for the fans going in with the ground for the amp, and then my power wire for the fans, it'll go right into the remote. And that's pretty much it. I got my little fans blowing in on this side. So as you can see, I don't know if you can see or not, but got a little arrow scratched right there showing me the airflow, the direction of it. So the air will be coming in this way from underneath, and it will be going all the way through and then coming out this side. So it'll be a continuous flow of air, and that is way more effective if you have a flow of air rather than just, if I would have put these fans all blowing in it, all you would have is just air going in here and not having a path to travel. So if you just blow it in like that, the air just jumbles around, and it's not as effective that way. If you have your air just coming in here and then not really doing anything else, the air is going to get hot itself, and it's just not. It might help a little bit. It might let it stay on a little longer, but I don't see it really helping the overheating problem. I still think it would overheat. So that's why I've got the two little ones blowing in and the two bigger ones sucking out. So it's going to have a nice steady flow. And what I'm going to do is, my amp, see, I've got, the way I had my amp mounted was, it was just mounted flat onto my sub box. And yeah, this is a monoblock, by the way. I had my amp just mounted flat on the box, so it couldn't really breathe underneath. And even with the fans in there, if a fan cannot breathe, it will not blow. So what I've come up with a solution to that as well. I bought some about 1-inch nylon spacers. I bought them at Lowe's. They got them back there in the washers and bolts and stuff in those little assorted drawers. And I bought those 1-inch nylon spacers, and I'm actually going to space it about 1 inch off of my box, about like that, so it can breathe. And with it being able to breathe and them fans going, I don't think I'll ever have a problem with heating ever again. But I just wanted to give y'all a peek at that and see what y'all think about it. So please leave a comment, subscribe, give me the thumbs up, and let me know what y'all think.